Well, autumn starting to give way to the first hints of winter as we are at a chilly MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Jets, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
The option, it's Edwards-Helaire.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you to the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
60 average, 60 average. Trap 60, trap 60. Hurry.
Huntley to throw.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Jets are going to get a new set of downs. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The Jets at 4-3, a game over 500. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And it'll be intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go option to the short side. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Chaz Surratt. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. That's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And able to get this to the 31.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Huntley. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Here's Huntley.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st and 10.
Huntley.
And this throw will be intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 15.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Flush to his right.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
He's at the 40, the 20.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. Touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun. Huntley. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught inside the 5. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I'll tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of the...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
His second rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Throwing on 1st down. Huntley. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Operating from the gun. Huntley. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top. Unsuccessful.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should.
The Jets pressure too much as down he goes. John Franklin Myers in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Mahomes' throw caught by Tony.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Oh, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here's Tommy Townsend now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Mahomes going to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown.
Charles, he was looking for just a short throw. Kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick-6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animating.
To the right side, it's Kelce. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
And now he'll fire deep downfield for James.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Richie James, 79 yards. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Looking to throw. Huntley.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They go play action. Now Mahomes.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Let's go now. Come back in. Come back in.
A final shot before break. Huntley taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Deputy Ranger, 18 Rattler.
Back to throw. Huntley. That is caught by Mims. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Titus Howard, right tackle, the man flag for that one. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
60 Maverick. Trap 50. Mustang 19.
Looking to throw. Huntley. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And this one is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rolling to... And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Butker's kick here is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept away and boom, over the crossbar.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Breaking the huddle, first and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down.
And some room to roam now.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They go play fake. Mahomes. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 39.
59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's James. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Tackle on that play by Quinton Williams.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 16, Mahomes. James has got it, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be well short of a 1st down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. They're going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Wow, 204 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Huntley. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Mecole Hardman, 40 yards. And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. McManus's point after is good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he
will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback, and the ball will come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight. Beginning to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now Mahomes. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they...
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Extra point from McManus is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but... And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The Jets on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw on target to James. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Mahomes now to throw. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. Brought down by Devin Harper. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
One final try for Mahomes. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the save.
And as this defense walks off the field.